Hello everyone, and welcome back to Terraria Expert Mode, Episode 5. As always, I'm SandToise, and let's just jump right into things. So, as you may be able to see, there are a lot of slimes, and just as I started to record, a slime rain event started. So, this actually might let us fight King Slime if we kill enough of these slimes. And he's a boss, obviously. And that would let us get some extra gear and gold and stuff. So basically right now we just gotta kind of knock out a ton of these slimes. This is also a great event because it's gonna get us gel, which we do need more of because I did a little bit of exploring off camera. And I will show you guys some of the stuff I got from that. But one of the things I got was the flurry boots, which let us run really fast, as you can see. But I also was in the corruption setting up an arena for the Eater of Worlds, and I got the Ancient Shadow Helmet to drop from one of the little Eater of Souls, or whatever they called. So that was really awesome. But I've been doing a little exploring, and now this event started, so I figured I'd start recording and see if we can knock this out and maybe fight King Slime. Yeah, we just have to take out a ton of these little guys. I want to say it's like 100 or 300 that you have to kill before the event is over. Maybe that's too many, but it's quite a few. So I'll do my best to take all these little slimes out so we can hopefully kite King Slime. I don't think he'll be too difficult, especially with an arena. We can just kind of run around him and it should be totally fine. But hopefully he won't absolutely be too much of a trouble. Right, we've now got our 100th blue slime, so we have done quite a bit of destruction to these little guys. We're not quite at when King Slime is going to spawn, I don't think, but we're definitely making some good progress, so hopefully we'll be able to start that boss fight sooner rather than later. And, oh my goodness, a goblin army is approaching now too? That's not good at all. This is genuinely one of my least favorite events in the beginning of the game, just because they do so much damage. Alright, so now the goblin army has officially arrived. As you can see, these guys have a ton of health, and I don't do a ton of damage to them, so it kind of sucks. Like, even our musket, which is our best single target weapon, does almost nothing to these guys, so kind of in not a great situation here. And we've got all the slime on top of that, so lots of chaos right now. Thankfully, being able to fight them in our arena is kind of helpful, because we don't have to worry quite as much, and our new mini shark does excellent work against these guys, as long as we're a bit careful about how we're, avoiding the enemies. Goblin archers are super annoying because they do really a good amount of damage, but they have the range to like kind of destroy you, as you can see. So I gotta be a bit careful as I'm doing this stuff here. I wish I had more piercing on like my weapons. Right now we have a lot of single target stuff, because I wanted to save the Jester's arrows for the Eater of Worlds. We are at very low health, so let me try and get to the nurse and see if we can heal real quick. Okay, there we go, that's better. That should help us out a little bit. We also may have to visit the arms dealer and get some more musket balls, because we are definitely running a bit low. The mini shark is really helping us out right now, because just for crowd control, the amount of bullets it kind of... And we got King Slime now too, alright. So everything is just happening to us right now. I'm just gonna use buffs. I don't know what I had in my inventory, but I just used what I had. Hopefully we'll be okay now that he's here too. I think he reduces the goblin spawn rates, so I'm kind of just focusing him for right now until all these guys are out. But he also spawns a ton of these like really annoying slimes, so I'm gonna get some more bullets real quick because we are running very low. That wasn't enough at all. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that'll be enough bullets for right now. Let's also talk to the nurse and get healed up, and then head over to our arena and hope that he doesn't keep spawning onto us, because we've been taking a bit of damage just as we've tried to get some more items. Thankfully, we do pretty good damage to this guy, so I think we'll be okay. And he's not particularly easy, as you can see. With the mini shark, we kind of just point at him, and we should be fine. And he spawned down here, it looks like. Seems like his AI is having a little bit of trouble reaching us right now. There we go. Alright. Took that guy out. Got the treasure bag. That will be really useful for when we build a hell bridge in the underworld. Because it'll make lava slimes neutral toward us, which means it'll be a lot easier to set up an arena for the wall of flesh. But for right now, it's not anything super incredible, but the extra gold and extra money and all that is definitely worth it. Now we just have to finish up the Goblin Invasion. This is definitely a tricky one at this stage in the game, because we're not like in a great spot to kill everything super easily. We should be fine. I'm not too worried, but as you can see, it's just kind of a hassle to take all these guys out. As you can see, we are still less than halfway done on this event, so it's just such a pain. I think it takes way too long for the amount of rewards it gives too. Like, they're pretty terrible. The spiky balls are mediocre at best. They're kind of okay for Eater of Worlds, but I personally don't really think they're all that good. Like, they're good, I guess, because we can pierce through all of the goblins at once, so I guess we can just kind of use their own weapons against them, which helps. But again, as you can see, like, it's nothing particularly amazing. The Goblin Sorcerer guys are super annoying too, because they can teleport and also shoot through walls, so like, can't really protect ourselves, and it looks like I'm gonna have to go back to the nurse real quick and get healed up again, because we're on pretty low health. We're almost done. It looks like we've got about 6% on the event left. Very much ready for this to be over, because it was definitely not in my plans for what was I wanted to do in today's episode, but kind of works out, I think. We've got a bit of a little challenge rush for ourselves today. Hopefully we can make it so we can beat two bosses in today's episode. We beat up King Slime already. We've got the Goblin Invasion, and then hopefully we'll do Eater of Worlds. So that'd be 2 bosses and an event. It'd be pretty cool. So we've beaten the Goblin Army. These guys just gotta clear them up, and then we should be in business. Alright, so it looks like we have officially completed that event. Took a little while, but looks like we got through with our NPCs being okay, and ourselves being okay as well, which is awesome. And it's good because now we can get the Goblin Tinkerer NPC, who will let us get a lot of really good stuff. Namely, we can get rocket boots, and we can also get the flipper and stuff combined with other things. We can combine the horseshoe if we can get a red balloon. That would be really good. So there's a lot we can do that I'm pretty stoked about. And right now I'm going to sell some of the stuff we got, and then I'm going to open the treasure bag we got from King Slime and check out what we got from there. Let's go to our merchant here. We can start getting our forest pylon network set up, which is great. I want to say I can just not use camera mode. There we go. We need that wood real quick. Let's swap these explosives out. We don't really need those. And then we should be able to put our forest pylon right here. So in the future, when we have more NPCs, we'll be able to just teleport back to each of these houses, which will be great. So right now, let's sell this guy our old helmet. Harpoon. I hate this weapon. It sucks. We got another mace. We have an extra blizzard in a bottle, as you can see. This one's got a modifier, so let's swap this one out and sell our old one. And I'm also going to get a full stack of musket balls just to make our life a little bit easier. So we just opened our treasure bag. We got the solidifier, which is a fun little crafting station that lets you make slime objects. We'll go put that in our crafting area. We got the slime hook, which is a kind of multi-target grappling hook. It's not my personal favorite. It kind of, for me, it does a little too much at once. But we do get the ninja pants, which are just a bit better than our tungsten greaves. We have a little bit of an increased critical strike chance. And we have the slimy saddle. So we have our first mount now. We can get on a little slime and ride him around, so that's really fun. But the shirt, we'll just kind of put as a vanity item. It's not really any better than what we have. But the expert mode item from King Slime is the Royal Gel, which makes slimes non-hostile. So that is really, really cool. But we're not going to use that right now because we don't really need it right away. But in the future, that's going to be a super useful item. For right now, we're just going to put the solidifier right here. And when the time comes, I'm going to make this whole area look a lot nicer. But for right now, kind of just want to get all the ore and stuff I have smelted, and then see if we can make anything extra to help us out in our next boss fight. Let me look in my metal chest as well. We have a little bit more ore in here, it seems. So now that we did that, I want to say we can make tungsten bullets, which are just going to be much better than our musket balls right now. So I'm just going to get, nice big stack of those. Just make as many as I can into the tungsten bullets. Now we'll do significantly more damage when we, are fighting bosses and stuff. So that'll just be really nice to have. And then we can also upgrade our armor. I think it might be better to have the little bit of extra defense for the next boss fight rather than the critical strike chance. But I'm not quite sure. It really, I think it won't matter too much, but I'll take the extra defense just in case. I think we'll want it, so I think that's the safest move there. So where I'm heading right now is I want to get a few more bottles to make some potions. I want an iron skin potion just because if we fight the Eater of Worlds, we're going to want that extra defense. So I'm basically just going to get a ton of water bottles here and fill those up. If we can knock out this zombie first. There we go. Now we're good to get a bunch of water bottles and head right on back to our spawn and fill those up and try and make a few potions. I'm going to just kind of grab all the little potion materials right now. I think Daybloom is the one we need. And we also need our lead ore for the iron skin potion. But this also lets us look at kind of the other stuff we can make. As you can see, we can make regeneration potions. So I'll just get one of these, and it's all just for mana. So we don't really need those. The iron skin is definitely what we wanted. Now we can just kind of put all of the rest of our materials back in the little chest that we have. What I want to do now is definitely get more Jester's arrows, because those are really, really going to be important for fighting the Eater of Worlds, due to the fact that they penetrate through his multiple segments, and that's going to be a lifesaver for us. They're really expensive, as you can see. It's only 10 arrows and a star, so we can only get 160, but that gives us to a total of 246 arrows, Jester's arrows. So that's pretty good, I think. We should be okay as long as we're kind of rationing and being smart. And we'll put these in as our kind of like primary. We'll swap out Frostburn for right now. As long as we just kind of use what we've got to get over to the fight, we should be okay when it's time. Yeah, as you can see, we've got all our potions. We've got a ton of healing potions. I wish we had the little bit better ones, but that's okay for right now. There's actually a bunch of stars here, so we can maybe get a few more arrows, which would be the move, I think. So let's head on over to where I set up the Eater of Worlds arena. I did this off camera, I figured I'd just get it set up so y'all could see what the plan was. And if you remember, we've already broken two of the shadow orbs, so if the next one we break, it's going to summon the boss. So we do have to be careful while we head over there. But we've got a lot more falling stars than I thought, so we may be okay just to kind of make even more arrows, which would be awesome. So we'll see how it looks as we get closer. Yeah, we've got a ton more now. We already got 9 again, so that's an additional, now it's an additional 100. Here we are back in the corruption. I've put up the Eater of Souls banners for the little flying guys. That should make our life a lot easier when we're dealing with this. But as you can see, I have this elevated arena. And the goal for this is we don't really want to drop down here. But since the boss travels through blocks, we can just kind of sit in an elevated position and just take him out from kind of a safer vantage point. And as you can see, we do a lot more damage on the musket shots now, which is great. On a crit on the Eater's Souls with the banner, we do like almost 100 damage, 130 something on crits. So that's really awesome. So once it's daytime, I will probably go break the last shadow orb. And then we will start this boss fight. So I'll just get back to the recording when that's ready to happen. Alrighty. So it is officially daytime now, or it's about to be at least. I just kind of finished the night off and fought a bunch of guys, but we got the other piece of the ancient shadow armor, so we get an additional 3 defense for our, well, 2 defense actually, on our legs here. But we also increase our melee speed by 7%, so a total of 14% increased attack speed on our melee weapons. So not exactly what we need for kind of doing a more ranged playthrough, you know, using our mini shark and our bow and stuff right now. But the defense is definitely worth it, so I am totally okay with that. But now it's daytime, it means the visibility for us is a little bit easier. So basically kind of my plan here is this path I've set out for myself to, you know, get this fight complete. Basically what I plan to do is break this orb and then, you know, kind of go for it. So I'm gonna break this, take my buffs, and then we're getting to our arena as quickly as possible. We do not want to be hit by the mouth if we can avoid it, because that will just do way too much damage to us. So let's just get out of here, please. There we go. So let's just kind of head right up our pathway here and make it to our arena. Now we can also just shoot down at the boss from above, but when he comes up like this, we can shoot Jester's arrows down the whole segment, and if you look at those damage numbers, they are pretty significant. And this also gives us a really good kind of way to just avoid the little spit attack that he does, but like look at how fast and how much damage we just do when we use our weapons like that. But yeah, that head attack does like 30 damage to us, so that's really a lot of damage. So we gotta be really careful, and we're at a little bit lower health than I wanted. So let's just kind of make sure we're being a bit evasive. We may actually die here, because we took a lot of damage from these spit attacks. And they do quite a bit. Alright, so we gotta be really careful here. If we get hit once, I think it is over, so hopefully we'll be okay. Alright, we cannot get hit again. There we go. Okay, so that's a shame. It looks like we just weren't quite tough enough to take this guy out right away. That's alright, we have a lot of Jester's arrows for the next fight, and we have more orbs, so we can, you know, do our best to just kind of head on back and make things work there. But that's unfortunate that we couldn't beat it right away. Maybe we got a little bit ambitious with our fight. We also only are using the lesser healing potions right now. We probably want some of the ones that heal 100 versus 50, and a little bit more health might help. We were only at 240 right now. So that's a shame, but it is what it is right now. We did beat a Goblin Invasion and King Slime, so as things go, I'm not too worried about a loss there. but it's frustrating, obviously. So let's just get our stuff back here. We did get one Demonite ore in Shadow Scale, it looks like. So nothing, I mean, amazing, but you got something, I guess. I'm just looking around, see if there's anything else. It doesn't look like we broke any more segments. So that's unfortunate, but we should be fine for this boss once we just get a little bit more toughened up. Eater Worlds always kind of trips me up in the early game. I forget how much damage those little like spit attacks do, and he shoots a lot of them, so kind of a pain. And yeah, that's what killed us too. So oh well. All right, everyone. I think I'm gonna wrap up the episode here. Despite our kind of frustrating loss to the Eater of Worlds, I think we had a pretty successful episode. You know, we got our slime mount, we beat King Slime, and we beat a Goblin Invasion, which is pretty awesome. And we got, you know, right before I started, I got some good equipment, and we're in a good spot. I may try go exploring some floating islands again, because that might be good to get us a little bit extra gear to fight the Eater of Worlds. And I'm also probably next episode look for the Goblin Tinkerer, and that might let us, you know, get the rocket boots and the flurry boots combined to get a little bit extra oomph and kind of movement there. But it'll also really help us if we can get a red balloon and start combining these three things together to make the horseshoe balloon to really, you know, get extra movement and open up some more accessory slots for other items. So I think that's my plan for next episode, and maybe if we are geared up with a little bit more life, we may try challenging the Eater of Worlds over again. But as always, I'm SandToise. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. But I will see you all next week. Thank you so much.